It's the NALS Conference 2013 and I'm delighted to be joined by one of the speakers, Richard Blakeway, Deputy Mayor of London. So welcome, Richard. How important is it for you to engage with the lettings community at an event such as the NALS Conference?
It's hugely important. I mean, what we've seen in London is this significant growth in the number of people who are renting, and clearly the experience for most of those people will be through a letting agent, and indeed increasingly they'll find that the agent are managing the property as well. So talking to agents, explaining how we can make the London rental standard work for tenants and be delivered through agents as well as others is critically important, so that this idea of a quality offer in the private rented sector is fully understood and is aspired to.
And NALS has been part of that process, hasn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, what we've been working on is a framework for the whole of London that will include agents and landlords, and will clearly set out in 12 simple steps what tenants should expect, and indeed the rights and responsibilities of both agents, landlords and tenants. So it's fully understood, and there's more coherence, clarity and transparency. And we've worked very closely with NALS and other bodies on the syllabus, on those 12 points, to make sure that they're right and deliverable, and we're looking forward to now implementing this, so you get this kind of gold standard being introduced in London that people will understand and will really drive consumer behaviour going forward.
And consumer confidence as well, because there are tales of rogue landlords, aren't there? And they are in fact in the minority. But I guess we could summarise by saying that the London rental standard is there to really raise standards and give consumers confidence as well.
That's absolutely right. I mean, clearly the experience of most people, and the evidence suggests the experience of most people is a good one when they're renting, but you do hear stories, they get a lot of publicity, and there are a minority of landlords who effectively act criminally and bring down the reputation of the whole sector. So what we want to do in the way that you get the AA guide or Michelin star for restaurants, what we want to do is have a clear badge and a clear framework which gives consumers confidence and will also drive consumer behaviour. I think this is particularly important with agents, because agents are a really quick way of implementing this. They will represent a number of landlords, many of them will manage a number of properties on behalf of landlords, and therefore with someone in each branch of an agent that's trained, understands what the latest legislation says, and has a clear understanding on transparency around fees and the importance of emergency contact numbers and timely repairs and all of this stuff which needs to operate successfully for people to get a good experience. If that can be implemented through branches of agents, that will make a big difference to the experience of Londoners.
So your message today really is for agents: get involved.
Get involved, get accredited, talk to NALS and others, and with this continuous professional development in the industry, what we'll get is a better experience for consumers and a better experience for Londoners.
Fantastic. Well, on behalf of NALS, I'd like to thank you, Richard, for taking time out of your busy schedule to join us today. It's been a pleasure to have you here, and thank you for talking to us about the London rental standard rolling out next year.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Richard.